I wiggle my arms, I wiggle my nose. I think that the wiggles are all out of me. Now I can sit down and hear a story. I wiggle my finger, I wiggle my toe, I wiggle my arm, I wiggle my nose. I think that the wiggles are all out of me. Now I can sit down and hear a story. Now I can sit down and hear a story.
Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome back. Welcome back to story time. And I hope that you all are behaving yourselves for your mommy and your daddy. And even when you're taking part with your online schooling, that you are focused and you're doing your homework, all right? But before we fall into our story, we are going to say thank you to KFC.
Oh man, it's blazing! Blazing! It's here! It's here! It's blazing! Yes! Hot and spicy. The blazing meal for only $25. You get 6 hot wings, 4 pieces of spicy chicken. Oh my god, it's blazing! KFC! It's good! Blazing! Blazing!
A Sunday picnic, a family get-together at home. Sarah, Dan, Aunt Mary, even Grandpa and the twins too. Visiting Uncle Jim.
Hey, Uncle Jim, pass the bucket, no man.
So hot!
A warm visit to a KFC restaurant. Special moments, anniversaries, graduation, movie and games night, reunions. KFC, get together.
KFC.
Thank you so very much to KFC. Oh my, right, boys and girls? I know we love KFC. Finger licking good, right? But this evening, our story is named, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
When I leave home to walk to school,
When I leave
Dad
home to
always
walk to
says to me,
Dad
Marco,
always
keep
says
your
to me,
eyelids up and
"Marco,
see what you can
keep
see.
your eyelids up and see what you can
But when
see."
I tell him where
But
I've
when
been
I tell
and what
him
I
where
think
I've
I've
been
seen,
and
he
what I
looks
think
at me
I
and
have seen,
sternly says,
he looks at
Your
me
eyesight's
sternly
much
and
too
says,
keen.
"Your
Stop
eyesight's
telling
much too
such
keen.
outlandish tales.
Stop telling
Stop
such
turning
outlandish
minnows
tales.
into whales."
Stop turning minors into whales.
Now
But
what can I say when I go
today?
home today?
All the long way to school.
All the long
and
way to
all the
school
way
and
back.
all the way back, I've looked and I've
kept careful track. But all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. That's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling the cart. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. You're listening, boys and girls. Very good. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cat that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer. A gold and blue chariot, something to meet. Rumbling thunder down on Mulberry Street. won't do at all. A zebra too small. A reindeer is better. He's faster and fleet. And he'd look mighty smart on Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sled? Say, anyone could think of that. Jack, or Fred, or Joe, or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But isn't it too late to make one little change? A sleigh and an elephant, there's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size, a blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes, and then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Oh, I can tell that, boys and girls, that you are listening. Well done. But no, I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whoop it around in the air like a kite. But he didn't look simply grand with a great big brass band. Can you see the elephant, boys and girls? A band that's so good should have someone to hear it. But it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He need two at least. But now, what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic is thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed, with Cigarette Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand, and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen, all waving his big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is the story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of its motor, an aeroplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad. But it still could be better, suppose that I add a Chinaman who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot bird that needs a comb. No time for more, I'm almost home. I swung around the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps. I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. Was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Nothing. nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and a wagon on Mulberry streets. Thank you so very much, boys and girls, for listening. And I know sometimes when mommy and daddy take you out throughout the town or your community where you are from, that you see so many different types of people. You see tall people, you see short people, and you see many boys and girls, and some of them are your friends as well. I know you will always have a story to tell. But boys and girls, don't never be afraid to tell your story. Tell your mommy or your grandpa or even your sister all what you saw when taking a ride outside, all right, boys and girls? But remember, I will read a very, very special story just for you.
I wiggle my finger, I wiggle my toes, I wiggle my arm, I wiggle my nose. I think that the wiggles are all out of me. Now I can sit down and hear a story.